How you doing, everybody? I'm going to take you through just one of the slides that I created for the Joint Canada animation. This one will be the DeLorean one with Michael J. Fox and all the references to him. The entire project took about 60 hours to develop using Suno for the music, using a combination of OpenAI's products and products that are used through FreePic with different AI video generators. Also some lip sync generators and some upscaling generators, mostly through FreePic. And I'll talk about the difficulties and the challenges and what works and what doesn't work so well. So let's get started here. So the entire thing is about 15 minutes. I'm playing it about 4 times as fast, and I just cut out most of it. So what we're looking at now is through ChatGPT, I decided to kind of do a slight mix of anime and real background style. So the image of the person is an anime image done through OpenAI, as you can see right here. The DeLorean in the city of Toronto, and that was done through Mystic on FreePic, Mystic 2.5. It does some really nice things. So that image was generated based on the prompt that I provided of a DeLorean in the city of Toronto and so forth. So right now I'm going through and getting all my assets. So I wanted to have as many references to the character in the slide that I could, a bunch of Easter eggs. So this is Michael J. Fox. So I've got references in here for him. I'm not sure if you picked them all out from the video, but we've got Spin City. We've got Family Ties, of course, because his suitcase, you'll see, will be monogrammed APK, Alex P. Keaton. There is obviously DeLorean for Back to the Future. The license plate on the DeLorean is Success. For those who guessed it, is from Secret of My Success. And there'll be some other ones. But right now I'm working on the Spin City logo. You see I'm just going in Photoshop and setting everything up right now. I'm looking for the APK monogram on his briefcase, on Alex P. Keaton's briefcase. And I learned a couple of new things, a bunch of new things going through this project. Really the reason I did this Joint Canada project is really a way to learn the tools available, the new AI tools available from everyone, from OpenAI, from FreePic, from Kling, and all the different generators. And the main thing I've learned so far, AI, it seems to be, it's more like AI is more of like a jack in the box. You never know when it's going to get it quite right. Every time you generate, you're kind of hoping that it's what you're looking for and what you're asking for, and a lot of the times it's not. And when it is, it's fantastic. And when it provides you something even that you didn't ask for that you really loved, it's great. But it's like an AI surprise. But it can get somewhat expensive. So this project cost me in credits on FreePic probably about 150 Canadian dollars. I used about 150,000 credits, just over actually, about 170,000 credits. I started with 550,000 on an annual subscription, and now I've got about 380,000 left, and the project's pretty much done. And that doesn't include the $30 a month ChatGPT subscription. So over here right now, I'm doing the Teen Wolf reference. So I was trying to get a werewolf car surfing on the truck, and OpenAI just could not understand that I want this thing on top of the van. As you can see, it kept on putting it in front of the van, on the hood of the van. No matter what kind of prompts and how clear I was that I wanted this thing on top of the van, balancing, pretending to surf, and all different types of prompts that I tried, nothing worked with OpenAI. Then when I brought this into FreePic and using Mystic, we started getting much closer. So this is its understanding of photorealistic werewolf dressed in denim surfing on a food truck. And I tried time and time again, and OpenAI just not good. But here, as you can see in Mystic, it got it right away. So now I brought that in from Mystic and I kind of played around with it. I learned how to do masking and keying, which I'd never done before in Premiere, which is very easy, very simple and straightforward. I learned in Photoshop automatically the magic wand on the subject. There are two different options. You can have it process it locally on your computer, which is quick, but doesn't always get exactly what you're looking for in terms of the subject. But then if you switch it to process online, it only takes like a half a second more, so really not much, and it really does the right job. So here I am, I'm kind of cutting and pasting and creating these aspects of the animation. There's the food truck, which wasn't a food truck in the movie, but it was this style of truck, so I'm fine with the food truck. So here I'm just correcting some of the issues of the cropping, and then I am inverting it, reverting it, and kind of moving around, trying to get it in scale and where I want it to go. So now I've got some of the elements. I've got a part of the Spin City, which I was going to use just as an emblem on his suitcase, and then I decided, no, these are the street grates, so I decided to put the manhole covers on the street. Here I'm playing around with the distortion and perspective of the vehicle, and putting it, changing the layers, moving behind. I did a screen capture, and I didn't do the whole screen. I just did an area, so some of the stuff is cut off. And just moving things around, seeing how I, like them placed. One of the challenges I really had was in this particular aspect, was getting it to animate that food truck and getting it to move that food truck. And again, I tried with the different generators. I tried with Misa. I tried with Kling regular, Kling standard 1.6, and Google the VO2 and Kling Pro. And out of all of them, VO2 is the one that actually worked on this one, while on others VO2 didn't do anything that I had asked for. But on this particular one, VO2 did exactly what I asked for. So it, you're using a lot of your credits, going through trial and error, and look, in the end, you're getting closer. You're able to get closer to what it is that you're looking for now than 4 months ago. A lot of the image to this is one of the surfing werewolves that it gave me, which is not exactly what I asked for at all. But from 4 months ago, the image to video is a game changer, obviously, and it's getting there. It's moving in leaps and bounds and fast. And every few months, there's a new tool that allows you to reference other things and to keep consistency between shots and characters and all those things. Those are getting better every day, and they're getting much. From when I started this project to now, I've learned a lot. And this is these are stepping stones. This is all like a learning platform that I'm going through right now, because I'm planning on using all these tools to create a sci-fi screenplay called Empening that I'm working on, about a mine in South Africa and all the things that happen around it. And I'm planning on creating the entire series, or 6 episodes, in AI, just myself and the tools that AI allows. So there'll be a lot of planning, a lot of element building, character building, set building, all those things, and create all the assets beforehand, and then start going through this process of getting everything together and animating. One of the biggest challenge I think so far, well, aside from getting what you're looking for from the generator, is the lip syncing. especially if you have more than one character on the screen. Obviously, being able to choose which character is saying it, where the lips are moving, if the character should be facing directly in front. So in this one, where Mike is looking right at the kind of the camera, I was able to get pretty good lip syncing. It still has some dithering effects around the mouth and things like that, but not terrible. And something that's obviously going to improve, and we're probably not far away from getting something that's really good. Here I am. I'm putting the Spin City manhole covers on the street, kind of getting them into perspective, and sizing them so they're noticeable, and then kind of going through and cutting all the excess part of the image away. But again, the lip syncing is something that I can foresee in the near future, tools being available to select who on screen is whose lips should move to the dialogue, and ideally being able to have different people say different things from a single interface, where you can have a script or a screenplay and you can say, you know, character 1, character 2, and character 1 says, you know, this at this time, and respond by character 2, and kind of back and forth. So I can imagine that all these types of interfaces are just a matter of time. And here is the reference to Stuart Little. Well, that's the Alex B. Keaton. I'll reference on his Monogram suitcase. Then there's Stuart Little, which Mike voices. And the DeLorean, of course, is not the actual Back to the Future DeLorean. You can see inside there's no flux capacitor, or there might be in there somewhere, but I was balancing copyright concerns with everything in here. So I try to, everything that I use aside from the person's face is generated. Nothing is copied from anywhere. Actually, the Spin City logo is. But aside from that, I try to do my best to keep everything free of any copyright claims or anything like that. And I think, you know, this is a parody and a skit. I think I'll be okay. We'll see if we get any cease and desist. I hope not. This is my kind of homage and my thank you to everybody in here who's been an important part of my life growing up, and this is my thank you to all of them. So I hope they appreciate it, and nobody's upset about this. So here I am, and right now I'm just decided to switch license plate to Success from Secret of My Success, another, you know, Michael J. Fox hit from the 80s. And obviously we're in downtown Toronto with that's our City Hall, our Nathan Phillips Square, for those of you who don't know. Yeah, I had a hard time using the type tool in Photoshop. It's not great. So I basically just generated a license plate and took that and kind of modified and worked with that. So there are a lot of kind of little tricks to, you know, speed up your workflow. What I ended up doing for a lot of the lip syncing, for example, I've got images of slides where there are many people on the screen at once, so the lip syncing just wouldn't work at all. People's kind of lips are vibrating and it doesn't look really good. So what I did in some of those, like the Daily Show one with Jason and Sam, I took each of their heads on a green screen and then did the lip syncing there, and that came through clearly. And then I keyed in their heads on top of the heads in the animation that I already had created. And the problem with that is it doesn't necessarily emote the the facial expressions as well as the generative AI would when you're giving it directions, saying that they're smiling at the camera, they're winking, they're emoting their emotions. The lip sync kind of more focuses on the lips, so it was a little bit challenging to kind of get that, and I'm not really happy with a lot of or some of the things, so I'll probably just remove them and just have them just kind of standing there waving and smiling, like the guys, like the one with there's a slide with Tommy Chong and Matthew Perry and Tom Green, Kiefer Sutherland, and that one they're just smiling and waving. It's just a little bit too much work in terms of getting this out. Now I gave myself a somewhat tight timeline to get this out because the song it is kind of timely right now, so I want to get this out. And again, this was really a learning experience for me. You know, I wanted to dive in and kind of use all the tools, and the best way of learning them is to actually work on a project. So it started out as an idea with my buddy Malcolm and I, and then I came home and I decided, you know what, I'm going to put my other projects on hold while I go through this one, because I'm going to want to use these tools in my other projects. So this is definitely a great learning experience. So here I've kind of, you know, got everything done that I want, and then I tried to animate it through a couple of different generators. And again, the ones that worked really well, the one that worked really well is VO2 on this particular one. And yeah, there it goes. Well, this is 4 times faster, so it's really quick. Looking at the different versions. So here is what Kling Pro did. It just added another Michael J. Fox, and then the first one disappeared. It has this fox on here. And here you can see the prompt: a man dressed in a gray suit holding a briefcase with initials APK on it stands in front of a replica DeLorean from Back to the Future, lights glimmering, etc. So here I keep the facial consistency. I've got some negative prompt here not to add any other characters, and it still did. And it here's the werewolf on top keeping balance of the food truck. So it's basically giving all the instructions here, but nothing's really being followed. And this is, again, this is Kling. So let's Kling Standard, I believe. That's no, that's Kling Pro. So now let's go over here, and we tried Kling Standard, and now it's, all kinds of weird things are happening. It's moving the camera even though I specifically told it not to. Oh, actually, sorry, this one is a dynamic tracking shot. So this one I just wanted to see what it provides standard. And then you've got this cars moving kind of backwards behind the truck there, and then you've got the manhole cover, this moving all over the place, and the werewolf on the van is not moving at all. So let's get out of here. And then we went and I tried Luma Ray too, and this one didn't really do anything, just kind of slowly zoomed in and kept this manhole cover, so that was kind of crappy. And you can see the stationary camera shot, so it's not following the fact that I want it to be stationary. A man in a suit confidently, let's see here. The mouse on the hood of the DeLorean stands and waves at the camera, smiling, and this guy is not moving at all. So again, not what I wanted at all. And then I kind of tried a bunch of other stuff, and then got back to it. And then here is the first one, and this is Google VO2, and it's very animated and kind of what I was looking for. And that was just a test. I did a 5-second test, just kind of save credits. And then I tried that with lip syncing.
350 million, but here's the big revealing. The only
pretty good. So then I took it to a 10-second, or 8-second. Maybe this one. And the lip syncing, the upscale function is very hit and miss in terms of it actually working. Basically, it wasn't working for a week, then it works, then it doesn't work, then it works, doesn't work. So because I want to upscale all all the stuff so it's 4K, so everything looks nice and crisp. But that was the original video right here, no audio. His mouth is actually just moving on its own, had nothing to do with anything that I provided. This is just what VO2 decided to do. But it followed what I was requesting, like pretty great. Although it did decide to add a secondary Stuart Little, or not so little, that just kind of popped up here and sort of climbs on the car. So again, I didn't ask for that. I didn't want that, but I live with it because you could sit here all day and spend hundreds of dollars probably trying to get what you're looking for. So that was, after several attempts, that's what I ended up sticking with. And here it is, upscaled with a lip sync. And, the
only choice you had are 2 fossils.
So, and that's
350 million, but here's the big revealing. The only choice you had are 2 fossils.
And so, all right, that's enough. That's enough. So that's those are the different generators that I tried here, and what worked and what didn't on this particular slide. There are other slides where Luma 2 was fantastic and Kling Pro failed miserably. So you really have to try it all and see what works for you. But that's how I kind of created all these ones. I've recorded how I did all of them, but it's a lot of footage, so I'm not sure if anyone wants to watch. But if anyone wants to see how I created any of the other slides or animations, just leave a comment and I'll be happy to put something up for you guys. Oh, if you like this, please subscribe. I've got a couple of different channels going. I'm really kind of getting into this now. My life used to be in part of the production, creation category, and then I took a turn and did something different for about 20, 30 years, and now I'm going back to what I used to love to do, and that's creating just weird content. And now I'm able to do with AI tools to really start from idea to full product all on my own without needing to coordinate and rely on other people and so forth. So these channels are going to grow in content. If you're interested, please subscribe. I've got channels on how to build stuff, golf simulators, and spas, hot tubs, saunas rather. And then I've got some, all kinds of different content I'm producing. So please subscribe if you like, and there's a lot more coming up. Enjoy.